Hello and welcome to Manifesto Watch, the podcast where we dissect Kenyans' biggest legal questions and political events. I'm your host, Clarice, and today we're diving into a burning question. Why do corrupt officials get fined much less than the money they stole? The conversation comes after former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu was sentenced to 12 years in prison or a 50 million Kenyan shillings fine, despite the case involving 588 million Kenyan shillings. Another accused in the case was fined 288 million Kenyan shillings.
First accused person, a fine of 500 shillings in default. You serve 12 years. 12 months imprisonment.
So, why are these fines lower than the stolen amounts? Let's break it down. 1. The law determines the fine, not public outrage. In Kenya, corruption cases are governed by the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, ACECA, 2003, under Section 48. If someone is convicted, they can be fined either 1 million Kenyan shillings or twice the amount they personally gained from the crime. Key point: the fine is based on the benefits received, not the total amount in the case. So if the 588 million Kenyan shillings was misappropriated, but Waititu personally pocketed 25 million Kenyan shillings, the court can set his fine at twice that amount, that is 50 million Kenyan shillings. Number 2, the court also considers asset recovery. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, often recovers stolen assets separately. For example, if 200 million Kenyan shillings was recovered before sentencing, the fine imposed might be lower. Sometimes properties, cars, and bank accounts are seized. So a lower fine doesn't always mean the convict keeps the stolen money. It could mean some of it was already recovered. Number 3, jail time versus fines. The convict chooses. Most corruption sentences give 2 options. 1, pay the fine and walk free. 2, serve jail time if you don't pay. This raises a big question. What if the convict still has hidden money? Will they just pay the fine and continue enjoying the rest of the stolen wealth? That's why stronger asset recovery and harsher penalties are needed to prevent corruption from being affordable. 4. Legal loopholes and sentencing factors. When judges set fines, they consider 1. If the convict was a first-time offender. 2. If they cooperated with investigations. 3. If they pleaded guilty to avoid a lengthy trial. This is why some people feel justice is too lenient on corrupt officials. The concern is, if fines are low, corruption remains a low-risk, high-reward crime. Number 5, should we change the law? Most Kenyans believe corruption penalties should be tougher. Possible solutions include 1. No fine option. Make sure corrupt officials must serve jail time. 2. Full asset recovery before sentencing. 3. Higher fines. For example, making them 5 times the stolen amount instead of just double. What do you think? Should Kenya impose higher corruption penalties, or do you think the current system is fair? That's it for today's episode of the Manifesto Watch. If you enjoyed this discussion, subscribe, share, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep questioning the system.